Hi friends, this is Bilal Heather and this is the 12th part of the video series, and in this video part we are going to talk about another kind of loop which is called while loop, and this can do the same stuff which a for loop can do, but it's written in a very different way. Its syntax is pretty very different from for loop. Okay, in for loop we do most of the things inside our parentheses. Okay, we check conditions in there. In that parenthesis we declare our incremental variable inside it, and we also increment it. But in case of while loop we only check um, our condition inside parentheses. Okay, and if we want to do something that is incremental, like do it one time and another up to 10 times, we have to increment our variable inside the body of our loop. Okay, and the same stuff which we can do inside a for loop we can do inside a while loop. Okay, but the difference is that its syntax is different. It's a different loop. Okay, so this piece of code which we have written here and this piece of code which we have written here, both are doing the same thing, but they're doing it differently, in a different style, you can say. Okay, but there are several cases where you will find this while loop better than for loop. Okay, and there will be many cases where you will find for loop better than while loop. So we can use both of these interchangeably, and wherever we see while loop fits better, we use it, and wherever we see for loop fits better, we use that. Okay, so yeah, these are the two kinds of loops which are there in C sharp, Unity C sharp programming. There is another loop which is called for each loop, and it's another way of looping through things. Okay, if you have a collection of things, like we have like 100 players and we want to loop through each of them, we the best option to do that will be for each loop for that scenario. But we can also loop through all of those player by using for loop and also using while loop, but the best method will be to use for each loop. Okay, because it's made in a way that you so that you can use it with collection of things. Okay, like if you have players, if you have some cars, and if you have some trees and you want to find a specific tree, you will be using this will be the best option. If you have three options to use one of these loops, you should choose this one. But mostly people use for loop and while loop. Okay, but we'll see where we can use these loops in later videos. We'll do practical examples also, and first I guess 15 to 20 or maybe 25 videos will be like giving you ideas or giving you what what are the building blocks of programming. Okay, what are the things that are used in it, so that you understand what, so that when we will be writing some practical code where we'll be programming some games, you will be able to understand what we are doing there. Okay, so these videos are very important, and these are the you can say the base of the building which we are going to create for us. So this was pretty much all about while loop, and also a little bit about for each loop. And see you next time. Have fun, take care, and bye bye.